You don't have to create this false sense of getting up under the baseball to drive baseballs, to drive the middle to lower half of the baseball. Let it go. Stop teaching it. It's not right. All right, so I saw something today that I couldn't resist. I couldn't help myself. I had to talk about it finally because I had a clear-cut example to show you guys that in the swing, we should not be teaching hitters to do this motion right here. That's not how the swing works. If anything, the only thing that's supposed to happen is the only thing that we should be teaching as coaches, insisting that they learn, is getting the elbow into the slot, because that will naturally get that bat head to drop down and fall into the slot naturally. You don't have to create this false sense of getting up under the baseball to drive baseballs, to drive the middle to lower half of the baseball. Let it go. Stop teaching it. It's not right. Another thing too, the reason why we shouldn't be doing that is because you don't know where the baseball is in the zone. If me as a coach, if I see guys preparing, if they're taking it on deck hacks, doing stuff like this or doing this, I'm staying up in the zone and you're not touching the baseball. And Lord forbid that the guy have any velocity, because you're not going to get a hit. All right? So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you a better example of how this looks on camera. Good? All right, so I brought Coach Jamal Kennard. You see him over there messing with his little Calvin Klein logo. If you want the Jamal Kennard line, you can find it in Nordstrom's. All right, make sure Nordstrom's, J.C. Penney. Actually, you in what's that fancy one too? So, coaches, please, I'm begging you, stop teaching these guys to drop their shoulder. You're not going to be able to dress the ball high in the zone. You're not going to be able to hit hard fastballs, and it's going to be extremely hard to hit the ball inside, on the inside part of the plate. All right? So, what should happen is, especially if I'm getting to a ball high in the zone, and I get to this ball this way, what you'll notice is, wherever my bat is attacking the ball in the zone, my shoulders will match the plane. The only coaching that we should be doing when it comes to the shoulders is teaching them how to not pull off the baseball. We should be concerned with keeping the shoulders in versus more so the levels of the shoulders. That's an approach deal. If we're talking about guys getting under the baseball, well, then they should be focusing on the lower half of the baseball. So if I'm in the middle of an at-bat and I'm fouling ball straight back, what part of the baseball am I hitting?
Bruh.
Bottom. In the bottom part of the baseball. Coach Lamar, you're fired. Don't purchase this stuff. You can find it probably over at Dollar Tree. All right? No. Come back. I need you.
I was zoned out.
All right, so I'm going to give you one more shot. If I'm fouling baseball straight back, what part of the baseball?
I'm saying bottom of the baseball.
Hitting the bottom half of the baseball. So a lot of you guys, you're not making adjustments in the middle of the at-bat. You're trying to make adjustments. You're probably making adjustments the next day or the week after. If I'm fouling baseball straight off, I'm getting just under it. Why don't you just start focusing on the upper half of the baseball a little bit more? So the next time you get that same pitch, you drive it out of the park, right? Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show you how the level changes. So we're getting the baseballs here. My shoulders should be matching the plane of my bat. Don't worry about it before you swing. You worry about recognizing the baseball and just attacking it properly. So we're getting the baseball here. My shoulder on the same plane. As that ball gets lower in the zone, watch what happens. As my barrel stays on it, my sweet spot stays on it, my barrel level has changed, my shoulder level has changed. So we can keep on going from there. Ball is changing, barrel level changes, shoulder level changes. That's the only difference. So another thing, we can take this to another extreme. The coaches, my coaches out there that talk about dropping the back shoulder, it's going to happen. Stop worrying about that. Stop telling the kids to stop dropping their shoulders. Just address them in a manner that helps them change their approach. So instead of saying, don't drop your back shoulder, try to get on top of the baseball some more. Because what we need to realize is, it's like I said before, it's like shooting a jumper. If today your jumper feels like it's just falling on the right side a little bit, that's just how it naturally feels, and we have to over-adjust to get back to the middle. So if a guy naturally swings under the baseball, give him an extreme adjustment to make, and that's how we can focus on getting back to the middle half of the baseball. But we got to stop this stuff. That's not gonna get anybody better. All right, and it's not gonna get us better as coaches. The plug.
Neiman Marcus, that's